I am not an ostrich. And I know that might surprise some people, but I don't sit here and burrow my head into the ground and just revert back to the earth, right? Well, unfortunately, sometimes my body acts like an ostrich, specifically the hairs that protrude out of my pilosebaceous unit. Ingrown hairs are painful AF. I have been struggling with them so badly this winter, and I found out what is going on, as well as found a few things that help, and they're not all skincare. One of them is actually what I sleep in, and I did not realize that my pants were actually causing me pain. Look at my legs. My legs have all of these ingrown hairs and all of these little bumps that are so painful. Now, one of my legs has it worse than the other because I used IPL to get rid of some of my hair, which we do have updates on. And because you here as a picker, I've been seeing all of like these little spots and just trying to pick at them. And they are so painful and frustrating. We've already spoken about why ingrown hairs are not the same as leg acne. A lot of people think they are. Leg acne can still suck, but that's not what I've been struggling with. And we do need to speak about ingrowns. Now, if you've been here any amount of time, you already know what ingrowns are, but as a little bit of a refresher, let's talk about the main ones. You already know that this is a beautiful diagram of our skin. Wow, look at you, you sexy chunk of anatomy. And we have these hairs that grow out of these pilosebaceous units. These hairs grow up and out, and when they do that normally, when there is enough oil in this pilosebaceous unit to lubricate the hair so it can escape the top of our skin, life is great. But sometimes these hairs basically turn into ostriches. They get out on the top of the skin and they decide, no, I'm gonna do an Uno reverse, and they burrow themselves back into the skin, and they stabby and they poke, and then you itch and hurt and lay awake at night tossing and turning because of your IBS and the ingrown hairs that feel like spider bites on your legs. And if you don't have IBS, then take out the IBS portion, but if you have ingrown hairs that are painful, you know exactly what's going on. Now, ingrown hairs can also happen if you shave or wax, especially during the winter when our skin tends to be a little bit drier. Specifically, imagine trimming these hairs off. If you're shaving, think of it as like you have a lawnmower and you're cutting the grass. And if you're waxing, you're pulling that hair out from the root. So that's like taking your hand, grabbing a clump of grass and pulling. Either way, that hair is being cut so it's underneath the surface of the skin. When that hair continues to grow, what happens if it doesn't make it all the way out? What if it starts to ball up and curl up underneath the skin, especially if you have curly hair that's wiry and gnarly, either like mine, or think about the axillary hair. Think about the hair down there and on your legs and other places. It can be really wiry and curly and coarse, and if that burrows up underneath your skin, you bet that looks like a pimple, and you bet it hurts like a mother. So what do we do to make this stop when it's happening? And what do we do to prevent it in the future so that the next time we shave, we're not causing more problems? Well, I do have some products, but again, we need to start off by talking about my pants. You see, my legs are looking like this because I made some bad mistakes. You see, I recently found like one of my favorite things ever to wear. They are these leggings that look like you have skin underneath them. They actually have this furry, fuzzy layer to them, and they're like these thick leggings, and I love them so much. And I love them even more because I couldn't have them because I can't have nice things, because for tall people, it is nearly impossible to find these like fuzzy leggings that are built for people who are like 6 feet and taller. I love them so much, and they've been keeping me warm, but I realized, oh shit, these are really, really tight and constrictive. What do you think that's doing to my leg hairs? Unfortunately, yes, tight clothing can actually make ingrown hairs worse. Think about it. If I'm shaving or waxing these hairs off and they're trying to grow out of the skin, but there's some sort of clothing that's really tight and providing friction right here, you best believe that hair's not gonna be able to grow out properly, and it might grow out and burrow back in like an ostrich, or it might curl up here. Think about your bikini line. People who wear panties. Do you ever get the most gnarly ingrown hairs? Well, think about the friction that those undergarments are causing. And for the longest time, I didn't relate these things until I literally heard a dermatologist speak about it to a patient who came in with these absolutely terrible ingrown hairs that kept getting infected. And one of the things was, hey, are you wearing really tight clothing? Especially is your skin dry because you're indoors with the heater on, and then, you're using clothing that kind of chafes at the skin. And I didn't even think about how that could be exacerbating things. I knew knew that my leggings were giving me butt acne, aka folliculitis and pseudofolliculitis. If you look at my butt, I've still got butt pimples. And a lot of times people don't realize that using leggings, especially in humid weather, or if you keep on gym leggings after you sweat, it can trap moisture and heat between your skin and the fabric and actually cause what looks like butt acne. Now, I still struggle with that. It's gotten much, much better, but I literally wore this throughout the entire summer. Again, I saw this on Amazon and it was just the most beautiful thing. I wore it in Arizona and I looked so good, but by the time I got home, my butt did not look so good because I literally had pseudofolliculitis pimples on my booty everywhere. Apparently there are certain fabrics and certain materials that doctors and derms recommend, specifically things like cotton or bamboo. There are also fabrics that are not vegan like wool that I don't personally use. And so I decided, okay, I gotta get myself some loose fitting stuff that I can wear to sleep. And I ended up with one of my favorite pants that I now wear both to sleep and all the way around the grocery store and basically anywhere that I don't have to be, that I have to look professional. These are fantastic and they have pockets. I love that these pants have pockets. But something else that I've been wearing both around the house and even to sleep are these little silk bathrobes. And when I say silk, they're like a vegan silk. It's so pretty. It's so wonderful. It makes me feel so good. I also have a purple one that has pockets. It's a silky bathrobe with pockets. Ah, I'm so happy. And I love these. I wear these when I'm lounging around, when I'm getting breakfast, when I'm doing my skincare routine. They're just wonderful. And if I do get cold, I use a little heater blanket. This has been amazing in combination with the bathrobes to like stop me from like shivering to death and being cold because we don't have a heater in the house, which is a long story and a point of contention that we're gonna have to take up with, you know, some electrician people. This little heater blanket has like a remote with an automatic shut-off timer, so I can actually go to bed with it so it gets me nice and cozy. This has been life-changing and my legs look so much better. The other thing are the comfies. I actually wear these comfies with no pants. One of these was the best gift that I have gotten in quite a long time, and the other I bought for myself because I love it. It is basically an oversized sweatshirt with a marsupial pouch that fits an iPad that has a hood. And this keeps me so warm that I actually don't need to wear pants. I just wear this with socks. Thankfully, I haven't gotten any ingrown hairs on my toes because yeah, my toes are a little hairy. Thankfully, I don't have any ingrowns there, but I've loved these slippers for years. I keep on buying them. They have little bows if your cat doesn't chew them off. And they have like the little stickies on the bottom. I get these off of Amazon for $14 and they're amazing. Literally my entire wardrobe has become rentals and Amazon. But at least my legs have become less ingrown infested. I had no idea the impact that your clothing actually had on ingrowns. And now that I've switched that up, it's a world of difference. Now, the other thing that recently came out that I have been loving is this product from Topicals. And that's when we get into the topical products that you can use. When it comes to using skincare to work on ingrown hairs, you need to remember 3 things. Number 1 is to exfoliate gently. Number 2 is to hydrate. And number 3 is to make sure that that razor that you're using is clean and sharp. When people are shaving, they like to go in the opposite direction of hair growth because it gets a smoother, closer shave. But remember, the closer or the smoother of a shave that we get, the more risk we have of this hair not growing up and out, but actually getting caught under the skin. So generally that means taking your sharp, clean razor and actually shaving down can be monumental. I've been using the little Billie Razors. I have like an auto subscription, so that's what I've been using. I bought a BEVEL one. It's BEVEL from Target. It's supposed to be like more eco-friendly. It kind of intimidates me, but it's a Black-owned beauty brand that seemed really sustainable that I want to support. I'm just scared. And I've nicked myself a couple too many times with it, but just use a clean, sharp, good razor. I'll link a couple right here that are vegan and cruelty-free because not all razors are cruelty-free. A lot of them actually test on animals for that little moisture strip. We as humans spend so much time shaving, but shaving in the right direction can help. And then this is also where a conversation with your doctor or dermatologist might come in. You may want to consider laser hair removal or IPL. I've done IPL at home. I really like the Kenzi. I'm now using one that has a cool setting. Oh my gosh, it's from Ulike. It's even better and it's more comfortable and I can do it at home and I love it. But that is something that is permanent hair removal. So it's meant to keep the hair away forever. And if you use that, that's fantastic because you're shooting light into the skin, basically into this little pore. You're killing the hair and stopping it from growing from the very bottom. So you never have to worry about it coming back up and balling up under the skin. And it gives you like smooth legs forever. Now there are a few things that don't make this perfect for everybody. We've done videos on that. If you literally search Cassandra Bankson IPL or Cassandra Sandra Banks and ingrown hairs, you can literally find all of the videos that we've done over the past 10 years on these topics. But that is something that you may want to consider. And again, if you want to do it in a professional setting, speak to a doctor, speak to a dermatologist, speak to somebody who does laser hair removal and see if that might be something that's right for you. Especially if you have dark skin and dark hair, something like an Alexandrite laser might be perfect for you. And especially for some of those, you know, special areas that can be really, really, really irritation prone, laser or IPL can often be the simplest, most permanent answer, so you don't have to worry about a bunch of products or whether or not you can wear underwear on a specific day, okay? Because if it's painful, you right, someone's gonna skip the underwear, and they better skip leaving the house as well if they're gonna do that. Okay, anyways. This right here is new from Topicals, and this is wonderful. I at first was using this on my legs, and then I even started using it on my armpit. It's like a roller ball, and what's special about this is that it has gentle exfoliating acids, as well as niacinamide and zinc, so it doesn't just help with the ingrown hairs, but it also helps with the discoloration that the ingrown hairs leave behind. This from Topicals is probably one of the least expensive, most effective ingrown hair products that I could ever recommend. But don't feel like you need to go out and buy something new. You might already have amazing things at home. For example, if you've ever used alpha hydroxy acids or beta hydroxy acids, find a low-level AHA or BHA product and you can literally use that on your legs. That's going to help exfoliate, and AHAs might be better because they help to bring in hydration and they're a little bit more moisturizing than BHAs. The Ordinary has some of my favorite AHA serums. Another great one is from Paula's Choice. This is the acne body spray. If you do get acne and ingrowns, or if you have pseudofolliculitis on your butt like I did this summer, this can be fantastic. And you can use what's already in your cabinet or something that didn't work for your face and just put it on your legs or on your butt. If you do want another really great body option and you love the scrubbies, this is so good. This is from Dr. Sandra Lee MD. There's also a glycolic acid body scrub from Dr. Sam Bunting. Both Dr. Sam and Dr. Sandra Lee MD are dermatology providers. Oh my god, they have some of the best body products if you are struggling with ingrown hairs or KP on the legs, on the body. And the best part is that both of these are fragrance free, so if you are more sensitive, these are great. Now, if you're someone who likes to live life a little bit more on the luxury side, you're like, you know, I don't mind fragrances in my skincare and I actually look for them in my body products because it is my luxury time, this is so good. I like the smell of grapefruit, but I can't always use it because citrus irritates my skin. And so this is where I get away with it. This is from Ulla Henriksen. This is definitely more of like a luxury product, but this is the Beam Cream Soothing Body Moisturizer. It not only has hydrating ingredients, but it also has alpha hydroxy acids, which both moisturize and exfoliate. And then it's got caffeine. Caffeine has actually been used in things like endermology to help with cellulite. It's definitely not the same as getting liposuction or anything like that. It's not a fat removal or an adipose tissue removal cream, but it does have caffeine, which can be vasoconstrictive. It can be tightening to the skin, especially in the buttocks area, and it can also help with discoloration. This is amazing. It is worth every single penny, and this smells so good without being overly overpowering. It's not like it slaps you upside the face with fragrance the way like Bath & Body Works does, but it has just this light, really wonderful citrusy scent, and it doesn't irritate my body. But I think that this has also been helping with my ingrown hairs because it keeps everything both hydrated, exfoliated, and smooth. And again, if you're someone who has ingrown hairs, but you've also got like an uneven butt, if you have cellulite or dimpling, obviously this is not going to cure that, but this could help. And this is something that I've really been loving putting on my butt recently. There's quite a few out there, but again, if you're looking to actually get body related products, these are the top 3 that I would recommend. You can mix and match them, or again, just use the things that you've already got in your routine and see if it helps out on your legs. And even within all of this, if you're watching this video and you're wearing pants right now, and if the pants are tight on the areas that you're having skin irritation or that you're getting ingrowns, you might want to look at your pants choices, babes. You might want to get yourself a pretty purple peacock bathrobe. I mean, there are many things that could contribute to this and could help. And for me, in addition to now shaving in the correct direction, unlike what I used to do, you see, that was probably part of the problem. I was doing that. I don't know how my legs do not look like I attacked them with a cheese grater. But thanks to all of these changes, my legs are much better than they were. And I hope that these tips help you as well if you're struggling with ingrowns. Again, all of them have been listed in this new little YouTube shelf thing, as well as the description box, along with a fun link to a Cappy Blappy affirmation if you want to check out what I scroll through on Instagram. But always remember to stay hydrated, both orally and topically. Always remember to reapply your sunscreen and be beautiful both inside and out. I love you, and I cannot wait to see you here in some meme section on Instagram and right over here. Love you guys. Bye.